Good morning, heroes. Can you believe it? It is week 12 of 12. That's right. This is the last week of the 12-week year. So, are you ready to kick some butt? Let's talk about what's going on this week. First off, it's time to finish strong. Some of you have already finished your 12-week year goals. Actually, you finished them a while ago, which is amazing. And there are some people out there who you might not have even started accomplishing what you wanted to get accomplished for your 12-week year goal. It does not matter. We sprint to the finish line. This isn't the NFL where when the guy with the ball gets out too far in front of you, you just give up and let him run into the end zone, which I've never understood why the coaches put up with that. But anyway, we run the race. It doesn't matter whether you're in first place or last place. We sprint until the very last day. And the next week, will be week 13, but make sure you finish strong. We're going to read a book called The Miracle Equation pretty soon, and there's some really inspiring stories that Hal Elrod has about that. So we will get there. But until then, this is the 12-week year. This week is the 12-week, and then next week is going to be week 13, and that's when we will do review of the past 12 weeks, and we're going to have a new planning packet for you. But for right now, you just need to focus on finishing strong, and then we'll have a little bit of a different format next week. So we have another new challenge for you, another new opportunity to earn a badge, and this one is on temptation bundling. So this was chapter 8, if you've been reading along, of Atomic Habits. And I'll read along here with the generative AI. Temptation bundling is a productivity technique that combines a pleasurable activity with a chore to provide short-term gratification. So you guys, I know you're so tired of hearing me talk about brain chemistry, but again, we want to activate those positive feelings because that reinforces the positive actions in your brain chemistry. And so we're just literally hacking your brain. And what I love about it is I can tell you we're hacking your brain. I can tell you what we're doing. It doesn't matter. It's not, you can't overthink it because it's physical. So the one example that the book gave, which I really liked, was this one guy wired his exercise bike to his TV so he could only watch Netflix if he was maintaining a certain speed on his bike. And if it got too low, the bike would shut off Netflix. I think that's a great idea. Probably way out of my league to be able to do, but a pretty cool trick. But this is a really, really good idea. So to get the Temptation Bundling Award this week, here's what you are going to do. You are going to create a 2-column list. And in one column, you're going to write down your temptations. That might be eating bread. You know who you are, who has the thing with bread. Ice cream, watching TV, for me, probably video games, the things that you do to reward yourself. And on the other column, you're going to write down the things that you should be doing, but you're procrastinating doing. And, it can be things like doing chores, but I think, the focus of Morning Hero is to really make you more productive on your one thing. So I would prefer it if you would work on either your business goals, your fitness goals, or your relationship goals. So put that in the other column, and then how can you link those two? So here is one thing that I do, not all the time, but typically on a Friday. Those of you who know me, I have my 3 o'clock Friday bourbon. And what I have started doing is bundling my bourbon with my cold calls. So I don't get to have my 3 o'clock Friday bourbon unless I've done my cold calls. And that's a pretty good motivator. Even on other days, if the only time I will have a drink is if I'm making cold calls, which has a double benefit of I'm a little looser when I'm making my phone calls, not sloppy. I only do one drink, but it also links the behavior. So that is your challenge for the week. Your coach is going to work with you on it. With that done, you got to go into your weekly planning. I'll turn it over to your coach.